Against all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you. Rip and tear until it is done.
Pray now, brothers. Pray that he is watching.
Please, anyone, if you can hear me, if you're out there.
Attempting to acquire the Hell Priest signal.
Nearly 60% of our planet has been consumed by the invaders.
We have the Hell Priest signal locked in. The target is marked, but the signal will not hold for long.
For it is he that they fear, not man.
Doom Eternal is a first-person shooter developed by id Software and published by Bethesda Softworks, with soundtrack composed by Mick Gordon. It is challenging, violent, and fun. In this video I will tell you why I think Doom Eternal is the most fun and engaging FPS I play.
Real life.
I will talk about the lore a lot, so if you don't care about that, then this video isn't probably for you. The good old first enemies of Doom Eternal. Zombies, soldiers, enemies. The player is introduced to glory kills, which is the main way of acquiring health.
Like you cut, G.
And chainsaw, the main way of acquiring ammunition. The player also receives a weapon module. Weapon modules function as alternative fire mode for weapons.
Remains guarded. You can't.
We will address the coin later. While making way through the ravaged city, you'll find heavy assault rifle.
Signal. I will mark it on your HUD. Located the priest signal. I will mark it on your HUD.
Also, I would like to address the graphics, like, damn. Anyway, the player is introduced to a new enemy, Arachnotron and Cacodemon. There is a new system introduced called weak points. Weak points are enemy weaknesses that can be destroyed, making the enemies less dangerous. The player also finds the frag grenade launcher, which tosses grenades without the penalty of having to actually toss the grenade. Throughout the way, the player finds codexes, which serve as in-game lore, so if you want to know the story, then read them. Whoa man, this is just the first level. Shouldn't the game go at a slower pace? Ha! No, you either adapt to the game mechanics, or you will die. The Citadel is where the other priests are gathered. The Hell Priests are basically like generals of the Hell Army, which oversee the entire invasion. They're also performing a blood ritual, which will transport the entire Earth to Hell. For the blood ritual to be broken, all priests must die.
The Khan Maykr is present at this gathering, but when outside of her domain, she is by all accounts indestructible.
How can this be? No man can pass through the gate. It is... This stops nothing! The sacrament of this world to the great Khan Maykr will be made, and the energy will be restored once again. As it is written, from the souls of the non-believers, you will not save them from their judgment.
I put a whole bag of jelly beans up my ass.
You go too far this time. You cannot interfere. This is humanity's chance to repent, to give service to us. You cannot resist the will of the Khan Maykr.
Activating the portal now.
For it was you who was meant to enforce it.
Have the means to locate the second Hell Priest. Your celestial locator is missing a component. We will need a replacement.
Vega has completed a remodeling of the frag grenade launcher, giving the player a new function, flamethrower, which is the main way of getting armor.
This is fine.
For some reason, there's also a Sentinel crystal, letting the player upgrade either health, ammo, or armor capacity, and there are also bonuses for unlocking both upgrades in the same row. Exultia was the Sentinel city. Sentinels were warriors from a different dimension, and the Doomslayer fought with the Sentinels against the demons, but could not save them. All that remains now is an empty city. New enemies: Gargoyles, Hell Knights, Revenants, and Lost Souls. The player receives the dash mechanic and Blood Punch, which will upgrade your melee, creating a shockwave that damages enemies, which is useful cause the normal melee doesn't do shit. The player is also introduced to a new combat system, Demonic Corruption Meter. For every point completed, the player will receive weapon points, which can be used to upgrade the features of weapon mods. There are 10 points in total, 5 for progressing through the level, 3 for Slayer gates, and 2 for secret combat challenges, which can be found throughout the level. Also, another feature, runes, which are real game changers. Glory kills can be launched from farther away, better air control, etc.
the priests. You know our laws. Despite their transgressions against the Covenant, they are still of Sentinel blood. What you interfere with now is bigger than you can imagine. It is written. It is their time to give penance. If you continue, you will bring down the heavens' wrath. You are but one man. They are no longer your people to save.
Smell like bitch in here! All y'all smell like bitch to me!
We found a component! But what's this? The device is missing power and the only person who can fix this is in hell? Well, off you go!
Of your command station.
After arriving in hell, the player receives the plasma rifle. While making way through hell, you can see battles that the Sentinels fought against the demons, making them the only known people to take the fight to the demon territory. Well, besides Doom Guy, of course. Slayer Gates, which can be unlocked with a key that is found nearby, are really challenging fights. And I mean, really challenging fights. After completing a Slayer Gate, you will receive an Empyrean key, and after collecting all 6 of them, you can unlock a secret weapon. The Betrayer, a Sentinel general who was promised by D. Graf, one of the Sentinel priests, that if he would betray his people, his son would be resurrected. But he was a fool, because his son was resurrected as the icon of sin. But the Betrayer now spends the last of his days in hell as penance for what he had done.
The burden you carry, worse. And now you seek to defy the Khan Maykr herself. It is your people's time now to give penance, just as it was mine. Hear me, Slayer. When his heart is laid to rest, then his soul will be at peace. And so will mine.
And the soundtrack reflects this. Also, if you played the original Doom, you will recognize this part.
You can now find the remaining Hell Priests by activating your Celestial Locator. The second Hell Priest is located in the northern region of Earth. I will calibrate the portal now.
You've been so good at killing demons, Vega did another redesign of the frag grenade launcher, giving you a new function, Ice Bomb, which lets you freeze demons. In Exultia, the player found a Sentinel battery, which can be used to unlock upgrades in the fortress. Throughout the levels, you'll find collectibles, figurines, which unlock some metal, vinyls, and cheat codes. If you collect all the cheat codes, You can play on an old computer Doom 1993 or, after typing a secret code, Doom 2. There is also the Repertorium, where you can kill demons for fun or do weapon masteries. Every weapon mod has 2 upgrades and then a final upgrade, which will give you a specific task. After being introduced to Repertorium, the player will receive a Praetor suit token, which lets you upgrade your suit. Frozen enemies stay longer, you have 2 frag grenades instead of only 1, etc. Mission challenges. For completion, you will receive a Praetor suit token, and if you complete all 3, you will be rewarded with a Sentinel battery. This whole level is basically like this.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
The only interesting things that happen in this level are new enemies. Mancubus, Whiplashes, Shield Soldiers, and Cyber and Engineer variant of zombies. You'll also receive the rocket launcher.
The health boost is somewhere in this facility.
And retrieve the super shotgun as a fucking revenant.
Connection successful. You are now in control of the Revenant drone. You may use it to reclaim your property.
The super shotgun has a new addition, Meathook, which is a reverse grappling hook, and when fully upgraded will set enemies on fire, giving you armor. Now that is metal. Some interesting lore in this level. Apparently a demon race called the DoomHunters were native to Earth, and Sentinel people once visited Earth. Upon arrival, the Slayer is greeted by the Hell Priest, the Grenade, and throughout the base, the priest will constantly taunt him, revealing that it was him who brought demons to Argent the Nur, pointing at the fact that it's the Slayer's fault that Sentinel people were defeated by demons. New enemy, the Carcass, who is annoying as fuck, cause he keeps spawning a goddamn wall in front of my fucking face. And Prowlers, which constantly teleport. DoomHunter base is located atop an ancient Sentinel city. The priest is retrieving demon remains to be remained into a new demon that will serve as his guardian and can be seen assembled throughout the base.
I thought you would appreciate the sentry I chose. The great Argadon hunters from the Telos realm, though long thought to be extinct, created to hunt only the Slayer and his Night Sentinels during the Unholy Crusades. Some improvements on their design have been made, Enjoy what is undoubtedly my finest work.
Slayer identified.
DoomHunters, specifically created to destroy... Oh, he's dead. Well, good luck fighting two at the same time. Oh, god damn it.
The beast! Does he not seek enhanced power? Gifts to aid him in his noble conquest.
Give me your fucking money!
Turn for my...
Again, we will address the coin later.
Our system is being corrupted.
This game has come far enough.
I will have her transmission removed in a moment.
Despite the loss of the priests, Earth will fall, and my people will survive. I will answer the humans' prayers, reward those that believe.
This hub was of Maykr design. She knows the systems well.
The final priest will be moved to a more discreet location, so our work can continue without further disruption.
The third Hell Priest signal is no longer visible to us. There is a 41.3% increase of demonic activity at the nexus of the initial invasion. That is the largest Gore nest on Earth. I will set the portal coordinates for the Super Gore nest now.
To create a Gore nest, the demons need a lot of bodies, so you can just imagine how bad the invasion is. Vega finally completed 3D printing an ancient Sentinel weapon, the Ballista.
This is the site where the invasion began, the oldest and most corrupt.
This is the most corrupted city on the planet because this is where the invasion started, and is very noticeable. New enemies, again, Pinky and Dread Knight, the cyber variant of the Hell Knight. Fights in this level are not easy, but very enjoyable, because you already have most of the weapons and some upgrades. The player again encounters a new feature. Buff Totem. It makes the demons faster, so you need to quickly find it and destroy it. The player also finds the chain gun.
On the planet. The Ark fought hard, but they were eventually driven out by the demons. The most corrupted location on the planet. The Ark fought hard.
After finding the Super Gore nest, the player will learn that the heart of the Super Gore nest is on the generator of the facility. But the generator is lacking power, so we'll have to reactivate it. After reactivating the power and activating the generator, this place is starting to blow up, so you need to
get to the chopper!
Dr. Samuel Hayden led an attack to destroy the Super Gore nest and hinder the invasion, but it went like this.
Oh my god! Oh jeez! Oh my god! Oh,
this complex was used by the resistance, but is currently under attack by the demons. So you need to get Samuel Hayden out of there. New enemies: Cybermancubus and Spectre, which is an invisible variant of Pinky. The entrance is blocked. Oh no! Anyway, there are still two functioning turrets nearby. While making way to the first turret, you'll encounter a new power-up, Berserk. Dr. Elena Richardson, studied the Slayer and learned that he is indeed human, but there is something in his system. She also becomes a Slayer worshipper.
Dr. Hayden's office laboratory is located at the top of this facility.
Attention! Emergency protocols have been activated. Please exit the facility now.
My God, Dr. Hayden was convinced that you would come here for this, eventually. Can I just say that it is an honor for me, personally, to meet you?
Attention! Emergency protocols have been activated. Please exit the facility now.
We don't know how to access his main cortex. It's all alien. We couldn't figure it out. We have to prepare for his careful extraction. We were given specific orders.
His life signal is barely readable.
Warning. Demonic presence threat level 5 entering main laboratory.
Opening the portal now.
The Marauder, a Sentinel warrior who allied with the Khan Maykr and the demons, and received a blessing from her. After death, he becomes a demon, but serves only the Khan Maykr and not the Dark Lord.
We help you to see, Slayer.
Hey, old man. Give me everything.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
You have now destroyed 68% of Hell's occupying force. Without the priests, the demons will not consume Earth as the Khan Maykr had planned. But there is still one priest left, and I have lost his signal. I can no longer locate him. Dr. Hayden will be able to find him. Dr. Hayden is transferring himself into your ship's mainframe. The architecture is similar to his own. This will...
Final priest is hiding in Sentinel Prime. The Khan Maykr does not want him to be easily found. The only functional slipgate to Sentinel Prime is in the core of Mars, in the lost city of Hebeth. I have marked its location for you, but getting there will take time. There is no easy way to access the core of Mars.
There are no known pathways that lead there, Dr. Hayden.
The BFG 10,000, designed by Dr. Samuel Hayden as part of the anti-demonic defense grid.
I understand. Searching the coordinates to the BFG 10,000 now.
We should let them
Art, I don't want to alarm you.
BFG 10,000 is firing.
I'm serious, that guy doesn't scare me. I'd like to see him try.
That control pod contains the energy source of the BFG 10,000. I'm lowering it for you now.
I'm telling you, he's on his way! I need you to...
You can't just shoot a hole into the surface of Mars.
The pod is set to self-destruct.
Yes!
Danger. All personnel evacuate to Mars surface. The Slayer has control.
Now that the surface of the Mars is destroyed, the player needs to make way to the facility's escape pods. New enemies, Baron of Hell and Pain Elemental.
I'm charting a flight path to Mars. Calculating thrust vectors. Launching in 3, 2, 1. Approaching planetary entry phase. Prepare for turbulence.
The lost city of Habeth, an ancient Sentinel city where slipgates were first invented. The player then takes a slipgate to the location of the final Hell Priests, the Graph. That was a Maker Angel. They oversee countless worlds that the Khan Maykr controls, and their golden rings are fused with their armor, representing their status. Due to Sentinel law, the Slayer can freely walk in Sentinel Prime even though they know that he is going to kill the priest.
We found him in the valley, just outside the castle walls. He was badly wounded and wearing this.
Guts. Huge guts. Kill them. Must kill
Kill them all.
He has fight in him yet, in spite of his injuries. Send him to the arena. Let him be judged like the others.
Hell was so fed up with Doomguy, who chose to stay there after Doom 64, that they sent him to an unknown world, to Argent and Nur. The two priests judged Doomguy and sent him to the arena, where criminals were sent to fight to death. Those who survived became part of the Sentinel army. Because no one understood what Doomguy was saying, nobody knew about demons, and it didn't take long for the demons to find Doomguy.
You'll make a fine addition to the front lines, stranger.
The demons! They are everywhere. Must kill them all!
Dress his wounds and bring him to us. I want to know more about the others he speaks of.
Yes, Your Grace. If Sentinel holy blood is spilled on these grounds, you will lose all sovereignty here. Consumed, regardless of what...
Stop! You violated the law!
The portal is ready. We should leave immediately.
The Khan Maykr has overloaded your systems. Vega has no control over...
If you had let the culling continue, the human race you fight to protect would have survived. Now I will resurrect the icon of sin. He will devour Earth and leave your whole world in ruins. Life on your planet shall never return. And this will be yet another world you brought to extinction. This stronghold will now serve as your prison. With no power, you can do no more harm to our mission, and we may continue the work that must be done.
The game doesn't specifically state what those coins are or what their purpose is, but I think that the coins contain the souls of the priests. So to actually kill the priests, the Surge needed to kill their guardians to get those coins and use them to destroy them, their souls.
Oh, you had the demonic crucible. In the end, the very power source you sought to eradicate from Earth is now what will help you save it.
The mission on Sentinel Prime was a success. The demonic consumption of Earth has been stopped.
Only a Slayer's Crucible blade can stop a Titan. You must get to the Sentinel city of Nabad to retrieve your Crucible before it is too late. Without it, the Titan cannot be stopped.
Terras Nabad was a capital of Argendaner. It was a city filled with life and the crown jewel of Sentinel people. After Sentinels witnessed Doomguy's hatred for the demons, King Novik deemed him worthy of becoming a Sentinel warrior. He was then trained personally by Commander Valen, who later became the Betrayer. New enemy, Archwell, who constantly summons demons.
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
We must move. Quickly. There are those who would seek to stop this. I offer you a gift. Take it. It will give you strength. Help you on your journey. And now, they will fear you.
One day, a giant Hell Titan attacked Terras Nabad, and all hope seemed lost because nothing seemed to harm the Titan. Meanwhile, the counselor to the Khan Maykr, the Seraphim, took Doomguy to the divinity machine and blessed him with incredible speed and power. This is the moment where Doomguy became the Doomslayer. The Doomslayer quickly attacked the Titan and killed him with his crucible. He was then given the honor of spreading the word of the Khan Maykr. Permanent to kill a Titan, the sword must remain in the Titan, so to ensure that it doesn't rise again, the Slayer breaks the crucible, and it now must be repaired.
Urdak is the Maker's homeworld. It is not accessible to anyone. No human or Sentinel has ever set foot in their dimension. You can use the Maker's origin factory in the Hell City of Nekravol to pass through the Void. Once there, you will not be able to leave on your own. But Vega can create an exit portal for you. That is why you must bring Vega through the Void with you to Urdak.
Understood. I'm detaching myself from this ship's systems. Processing. Total transfer to external drive complete.
Vega is no longer connected to your ship. I will reconfigure the portal to Nekravol for you.
The final Slayer gate was in Terras Nabad, so you know what that means.
Inspired by Sentinel weaponry and refined by their divine intellect. Its destructive potential is staggering. Argent energy is made from the souls of Hell's victims. This is the factory where that takes place. Nekravol, the city of the damned.
New enemy, Tyrant, who is basically Cyberdemon. Anyone who is slain by a demon's hand ends up in hell. They are then picked and judged by a disgusting demon, even by demon standards, known as Calibas. Those who are not deemed worthy are transported to the blood swamps, and those who are picked for the soul extraction process. The creature is painfully tortured until it loses all hope. Their soul is then extracted from their bodies, and their bodies turned into a demon. The soul is then fused with Sentinel energy, and what is created is known as Argent energy. It has the potential to save worlds from extinction and give infinite power to those who are worthy of it. The Makers used Sentinel slaves to build this place, and one day the Sentinels found Nekravol. What followed was a civil war, while half of the Sentinel people went back to their old ways before they met the Makers. Those who sided with the Makers became marauders. The war ended when the priests betrayed the Sentinels. The Sentinels were then stranded in hell and killed off one by one until none remained except for the Slayer. If this is supposed to be heaven, then damn, heaven is spooky. Makers are not omnipotent or immortal. A Maker's lifespan is around 1000 years, and after that they go through a painful process known as the Transfiguration. They then leave their bodies, become one with their creator, and are reborn. But the Serpent destroyed this cycle by taking the creator away from the Makers and was banished. Out of fear and because of her hubris, the Khan Maykr made a pact with the Dark Lord. Hell would be given access to numerous worlds, while Makers would be given a portion of Argent energy.
Welcome, Seraphim.
You cannot stop the procession.
Come at me, bitch!
You'll not be able to control it! No!
New and final enemy, Maker drones. Once their weak point, the head, is destroyed, ammunition and health will burst from it.
Now, insert Vega to activate the portal.
System acquired. Setting a course for the Earth dimension now.
I can see now. Am I the father apprehended? You must get the other teleporter rings aligned before it's too late. The gate must be reactivated. The longer the icon of sin is on Earth, the stronger he will become.
The Father is the creator who created Urdak and was the one responsible for the rebirthing process. Every 1000 years, a new Khan Maykr is born, who is supposed to lead Urdak for another 1000 years. But when the Serpent stole the Father and broke the cycle, the current Khan Maykr could rule Urdak without limit. Maker society works like a hive mind. No Maker can disobey the Khan Maykr.
The Khan Maykr is near. She cannot let you leave this place alive. She is invulnerable when she has the orb within her chest. Once removed,
millennia we have survived, made others sacrifice in the name of our prosperity, so that they may in turn find redemption. Who are you? A human, once a mortal, to defy our traditions.
If the icon of sin is left unchecked on Earth, he will create a black hole that will transport the entire universe to hell. This level is why I made this video in the first place. It's the pinnacle of the combat and I love it. It truly tests if you are a black belt by throwing everything it has at you. On higher difficulties you must know the Doom dance and it isn't easy. Up to this moment the game was teaching you the mechanics and it now tests you and it won't hold back. If I would have to compare to something, then this level is like final exams. The game may look difficult or chaotic, but the developers made the game the way it is because they wanted you to play a certain way, the cool way. Don't think that I'm only gonna praise the game. Like for example, the buff totems could have been used more frequently. The tentacles are just annoying, and the Khan Maykr, while a cool weapon, it should have had its own weapon ammunition, not use the BFG. Like I understand why they did that. It would break the combat loop, but I just do believe that it should have had its own weapon ammunition. The levels in Doom Eternal are fucking cool, but I do believe that Terrace Nabad is the weakest one. I don't hate it or anything, but when compared to other levels, it just feels weaker.
and your will their sword. You remain unbroken, for your might is eternal.
Thank you for watching my shitty video. If you have some tips for me to use in the future, then I would really appreciate if you would leave them in the comments. I will maybe do a video on the ancient gods, but it depends on how good this video will be. I also want to apologize if my English wasn't the best, but it's not my native language. Anyway, thanks again for watching my video, and I will see you later.